Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakwadash,
Barakatah Yahawah,
Barakatah Yahawah,
Barakatah Yahawashi.
Barakatah Yahawashi.
A double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who were wed that taught us this truth. Peace and love and blessings salutations to your Akim that's part of the Bahasham, the house of David. To you few sincere sisters out there that watch also. Shalom to you also. All right, as you know, Sunday live lesson, as you see the title, Embracing the Fear of the Unknown. And if you're not really too clear on basically what that means, the brother's going to get the definition right through the spirit.
Yeah, this is from the AI overview. It says, embrace the fear of the unknown refers to the act of consciously choosing to move forward despite the natural human fear of uncertainty.
Yeah, because one thing that has been talked about through the spirit a lot, brothers don't know what situations they're going to be in as far as when Jacob's trouble hits, okay, or as far as, all the calamities, and we don't even know where we're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So uncertainty.
It says uncertainty, ambiguity, and unfamiliar situations.
And unfamiliar situations, because what we're about to face out here, like the scriptures say in the book of Daniel, this is a time that has never been since the world began. So, and this is just a message out to Akim out there, a few sincere sisters. You're going to be in specific situations that you don't know, hey, damn, back against the wall, how I'm going to get out of this. I mean, what you should know, okay, but this is what we're going to be faced with.
That's right. It says it's about facing challenges, exploring new experiences, and making decisions even when the potential outcomes are unclear.
That's right, even facing challenges, even when the potential outcome is unclear. And that's why the scriptures say, then shall it be known who am I chosen, for they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Because we're going to be in the midst of all these things that are happening, and you're going to be in specific situations that you're going to be like, damn, uncertain, like, oh shoot. But like the brother mentioned off the camera, faith. Yeah, we're going to even the ancient prophets said, woe is me, which the brother's going to get in second Esdras. Who's going to deliver me?
I got a quick one.
Yep.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, have not I commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage? Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest.
That's right, and that's embracing the fear of the unknown. Okay, trusting in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't, like I said, we don't know what situations or type of things that are going to, that basically we're gonna face or come toward. But we know for sure in certainty that Yahawashi is going to find a way for us to escape some way, somehow. So that's embracing the fear of the unknown. We got to embrace that, like, hey, even though I'm going to be in this situation, or even though I am, all right, when things get thick, hey, the Lord going to find a way to bring us out.
That's right. That's where courage comes from. They call it living in the moment. And you have to be aware of your surroundings and the things that's going on at that time. You ain't gonna be thinking about, yesterday I did this and that, right? Because Jacob's trouble is gonna be about survival. Surviving the time that you're in now. You ain't go, tomorrow I'm gonna do this and that. Of course, we plan ahead, but it's about living in the moment. Now, I should say. Oh, you want me to get that?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. This is second Esdras chapter 16 and verse 17. It says, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days?
Right. Woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? And see, what we're talking about, that goes perfectly into it.
Yeah.
Because that's uncertainty, especially all the things that Ezra's seen as far as future prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen stuff that we haven't even seen yet. But we're going to be faced with the same. hey, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days?
That's right.
That's how bad it's going to be out here. Okay, especially for 2/3, especially for these regular peons, that's how bad it's gonna be. As just explained, like there being a fire kindled, and who's gonna quench it.
Oh, yeah.
The Lord explained that they're like, yo, the Lord is the strong archer, who may turn back the arrow shot from a strong archer. Talking about those missiles, so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who shall deliver me in those days? That's how serious these times are going to be.
Like yesterday, we were going into the Psalms, the 91st chapter.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, shit. We gonna need salvation out of this world, to the point to where, ain't no amount of prepping, ain't none of that gonna be able to for you to survive here.
That's right.
On planet Earth.
That's right. If you have, you keep going on.
Okay. Continuing, 2nd Ezra 16.
Oh, you know what? Skip up to 2nd Ezra 16 and I think 70.
70.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70. It says, For then shall be great insurrection against the neighboring cities because of them that fear the Most High.
Yeah, and these are specific situations that are going to be occurring out here when Jacob's trouble is at its all-time high, at its peak.
It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none to... I gotta get it in.
Okay.
In this
I'll read it.
Oh, okay.
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahawah. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahawah.
Yeah, hey, and that's the time that we coming into. Jacob's trouble. You ain't gonna know how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna do this and that, cause Jake, they people, I should say, right? They be prepping and stuff like that. You could be on the other side of town, and you ain't gonna be able to get to your prepper location.
Yeah.
Shit, you could be at work. Some shit happens, and you ain't able to get that, man.
Yeah.
And it's coming for the Israelites, Jacob's trouble. Those that fear Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Those are them that, Esau wants to get, ultimately, man.
Yeah, that's right. And it's just like that show, The Last of Us, or even the game. At the beginning, as brother said, the dude basically, he was out somewhere, and then next thing you know, when you went back to the house, all you hear on the radio is chaos and destruction and things happening. So it could happen at a moment. You could be out in the whip, I'm about to go to Walmart. Next thing you know, they setting up roadblocks, military out there putting barbed wire fence up. They closing down your street. Nah, you gotta stay over here. It's gonna happen like that. We coming into times where you might not make it back to the crib. It says, for they shall waste, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying, destroying those that fear Yahawah. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Right, hey, and it's gonna be a whole lot of home invasions. You done stored up your goods, and because they say, the FBI dude, he was speaking about that. He was saying the best thing you could do is have some food for a couple months and set up with your neighbors a little coalition, so to speak. Well, shit, man, it could be to where they your neighbor knows that what you've been storing, and say he has the weapons and you have the food. Hey, man, he's gonna take your stuff.
Yeah.
And that's not too far-fetched, man, because now it's gonna be, well, shit, I gotta feed my family.
Yeah.
He got his to feed. Well, shit, I don't have no food, but he does. Let me take it.
Right.
I have the weapons. I have the means to do so. Well, shit, who's gonna stop me? 911 ain't gonna work.
Right. And that's true. Because if it's not a brother, if your neighbor ain't a brother,
oh yeah,
then it's gonna be like the brother says. It's gonna be survival of the fittest because you gotta think about it. What Jake does when their ribs are touching. That's a what is that? That's like a saying. When my ribs was touching, and I went out there and did what I. Well, when Jake's ribs is touching, when they're hungry, what you think they're gonna do? That's why one of the elder brothers said this week on a video he did. He said, "Yo, you don't be fucking telling people your business, your neighbors and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have your woman telling your neighbors this and that. She all friends with the neighbors, or you buddy with the neighbors that's in the world. Don't do that, because the times that we coming in, hey, the love of many are waxing cold, and it's gonna get even colder when JT comes."
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 74. Oh, so I guess verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
That's right. Hey, because the men of the Lord, they gonna have the guidance from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Oh, go here. Hold on, wait. You know, because what, we gonna be tapped into the spirit.
Yeah.
Praying before we move. Hey, is it wise to do this, Lord? You know. And then you know, it's gonna be all more reliant on the spirit.
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be no, well, shit, you know, let me make a little plan and this and that, and cause shit, your plans could they could not go to as planned.
Yeah.
They have a saying, hey, you want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans.
Right. That's right. It says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahawah, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Oh, and that's the days that we coming into. I said, they shall be tried as gold. Hey man, that's heavy right there, because you know it's gonna be it's gonna be a man of the Lord is gonna be precious.
That's right.
And women, they gonna seek for protection from a man of the Lord, and again they gonna have a certain glow about them, right? They ain't gonna be panicking. They gonna be cool.
That's right. That's right. It says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahawah is your guide.
Yeah, you see, hey, because that doubtness, that's a demon. Oh shit, is the Lord dealing with me and this and that? You know, remove doubt when you come in to serve the Lord.
That's right.
You got to be convinced in your own mind, like, oh yeah, hey. We read how the accounts in the scriptures, how the Heavenly Father, He delivered our forefathers, right? And how much more now when Jacob's trouble, a time like never before.
That's right. Did you have something?
Yeah, I got one right quick. This is I quoted it. Let's see, it's Sirach, the 2nd chapter.
So it's just, just knowing, really just like a, just an exhortation, just knowing, through the Spirit that, even though, you're going to be in sticky situations, but the Lord's going to be our guide. That's why Ezra said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days. But you see, on up in the chapter, the Lord said, look, don't fear nor doubt, for I'm your guide.
That's right. This is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and was confounded?
Right, and that's real. Who was it that rained down fire?
Alicia?
Alicia, yep. Called upon the Lord, if I be a man of the Lord,
yeah.
let fire come down from heaven on this army. And you best believe that, like we was talking about yesterday, the power is going to come. So things like that possibly are going to be happening
right
at these times. You got to realize we're at the end. This is the end all be on. After this, there's no more captivities.
Ooh.
There's no more heathens ruling. So the Lord's going to make this epic. Like that movie Sinners got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, this going to top that. Okay, the Lord about to top that. Okay, hey, it's about to be, it's about to go up. It's about to go up.
It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Right, and you have to, the main thing to get you out of those sticky situations is calling on your power. Yahawah, Yahawashi.
That's right.
Not teaching contrary, saying Christ every time you're on a video, or just saying that period. You see what happens to dudes that go to other countries, like where they at, Ghana or something,
Kenya.
and they call upon and they try to tell people Christ. They get stoned and tear
Yeah.
gas thrown at them.
Right. Hey, they got to shake the dust off their feet off of that one.
Man, get it right, or else it's going to be a lot more worse things that's going to happen to you.
All right, they gonna be the dust that is gonna be shaken off the Lord's shoe.
That's right.
I'm gonna skip down to verse 12. It says, "Woe to be it's like Sirach 2 and verse 12. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways."
Yeah, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So your fear heart, because really at the time right now, everything that's going on, all these brothers putting out videos and things of that nature, you should be through the spirit seeing these things happen and be happy.
Shalom.
Shalom, man. Yahawashi, brother.
Yahawashi.
But you know, hey, he that believeth in me, as the scripture have said, shall out of his belly flow rivers of living water. So when you read the scriptures and the Lord say He's going to deliver us, He's not a man that should lie. So you got to have that in the back of your head. All right, like, all right, boom, I've done my best. I ran my course. I did everything I could do. Why wouldn't He deliver you?
That's right. It says, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not."
Yeah, because when you go into I think it's in Deuteronomy, we used to read it before camp. You know, those that are afraid,
right.
you know, to go to war, you know, let them say, you know, basically his yays and nay, because you can't have a guy by you that's faint-hearted, because that spirit is gonna hop on you. You know what I'm saying? So through the spirit, you don't even want to surround yourself. You got a dude that's by you, and he, oh man, oh come on man, you know, I don't know. You don't want that fucking dude by you.
Yeah, causing bringing doubt.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, it spreads like cancer. That brings down the morale of the camp.
That's right.
It says, "Therefore shall he not be defended."
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's heavy right there. That's real heavy. So if you out here and you faint-hearted when these things start coming, and you here it is, you've been doing the work, or if you really been out there believing, because really that shows faith without works is dead anyway.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Okay, so if you've been out there fronting, you're gonna be faint-hearted. You got a lot of these dudes, these up-and-coming Israelite dudes that are out there. They got the t-shirt fringes on. They cursing out Edomites. Them gonna be the first faint-hearted dudes when this time comes. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. I can see it. That was it on that.
Yeah.
I got one.
Okay, and then I'll get Buzz on the comment board.
This is Isaiah 41:8. Well, you could grab what's on comment, because it's kind of long.
Okay. This is let me see. We started at 7. Okay, I'll get the scriptures. This is from the brother Yasharala 144 SC Ba, and it's Luke 18 and verse. We started at 7. Yeah, 7. Saint Luke 18 and verse 7, and it reads. It says, "And shall not the Most High avenge His own elect, which cry day and night unto Him, though He bear long with them?" Right? Hey, and surely we gonna be avenged. Right? Yahawashi, he's gonna ride for His, man.
Yeah.
Those that are riding for Him, like Yahawashi said, those that confess my name before men, I'm gonna confess your name before the Father.
That's right.
All right, and likewise those that deny Him, hey, they finna be denied. If they ain't calling on Bahasham Yahawashi, right, in truth and sincerity, hey man, you cooked. Because now the Lord ain't going. You ain't want to mind. I don't know you.
That's right.
Get up out of here, you worker of iniquity. That's what He's gonna say to dudes that are in the IUIC. And shit, even those that call upon Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, some of them ain't right.
Yeah. Doctrine be off. That's what the brother was Ayashi and was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Doctrine off, you're supposed to be on one accord. So if you're doctrine off and you call on the name of the Lord, I don't know you.
Right. Yeah, the names is that's how you establish, that's the first thing when it comes to establishing a relationship. Hey, yo, what's your name, man?
Yeah.
And hey, we coming back to the real names. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi.
That's right.
It says, verse 8, I tell you that I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Yeah. Hey, and he is. All right, with brothers like us, brothers like y'all, the few sisters. A faith is flourishing in the last days.
That's
Right, and corruption is being put out, like it tells us in the Apocrypha, man. Hey, that's a beautiful thing. Seeing brothers' faith growing, and how much more, in Jacob's trouble, because that's what all we gonna be riding with is faith.
That's right.
You ain't gonna be able to provide for yourself. Protection is gonna come, from divine intervention, man.
I got that for you.
Okay.
This is 2 Ezra 6:28. As for faith, it shall flourish.
Woo.
Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Right, and that's what's happening now. The truth is being declared. Faith is flourishing. Right, and through the Spirit, wickedness has a cap.
Yeah.
And the Lord's be like, I had enough.
Yep.
Let me send my son. Right, because even Yahawashi, he wants that. He wants to be. He wants to get his recompense.
That's right. I had another one for you. Oh well, I had the one I was gonna get. This is Isaiah 41:8. But thou, Israel, my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend.
Right, you see, so it's making a distinction. It's all about the Israelites at the end of the day.
That's right. And it says, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away.
Yeah, and servant, one of the definitions is a worshiper. Because we worship Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, while the world, today is Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Right. These dudes is these people, they're taking part in pagan holidays. And calling it, JC Day. It's that's Easter, written about in the scriptures. It's all paganism, man, with a little sprinkle of the scriptures.
Yep.
Which is totally off, man.
You had that weed smoking nigga Snoop Dogg promoting Easter, all these rappers, these celebrities promoting that this BS pagan holiday, which Easter goes back to Ishtar, all right, which is a fertility god.
Yeah.
You see, you people don't know nothing about these pagan holidays, but y'all sitting over here going to parks because it's about the kids and grabbing fucking eggs and shit, talking about it's resurrection day. That when in the scriptures do you read about the Lord in any time speaking about eggs?
Right. The disciples, they went to go hide eggs, and Yahawashi came back and tried to find them.
Right. Crazy work. But hey, let the dead bury the dead.
Right.
It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power.
Yeah, you see, so the Lord is telling us, to, hey man, don't trip. I got you. Yeah, it's the, like I said, it's the human nature. It's this flesh. That's what it means. Hey man, fuck, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. You gotta shake yourself, snap out of it.
Yeah.
And then let the spirit control. Because you don't want to make hasty decisions.
Yeah, and that's the flesh. Like the scriptures say, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. So that's the flesh. Ultimately, that's why, in certain instances, you gotta deny, the pleasures of the flesh, because it'll have you get more tapped in. That's why fasting is good.
Oh yeah.
Because you literally completely denying everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Food, water, whatever the case may be. It might be other things as well. It says, fear not, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power.
Mm-hmm.
I will strengthen thee. I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
Ooh, yeah, amen. Like Yahawashi, he's the right hand of the Lord's righteousness. When Nebuchadnezzar, he's like, what the hell? I could have sworn I threw 3 people in there, but the well, his servant said that, you know. But there's a fourth. There's a fourth person in there, looking like the Son of Man. Man, Yahawashi, he was right there.
That's right.
You know, that's the earth. That's who we serve. You know, divine intervention, man. Shit, manipulate time, and you know, bullet finna hit you in the head, but you know, it just curves or something. You know, it stops. You know.
For you. Can you look that word strengthen up?
Strengthen. Yeah, I got you.
Letter?
It's Isaiah 40 what?
Isaiah 41 and 10.
Isaiah, okay, got you. Isaiah.
Hey, the outcomes that we're gonna have versus these people out here are going to be magnificent. So much forth that when these people see specific things, they're gonna have to acknowledge that the Lord is dealing with us. Straight up. See, these people outcome out here that's not in the faith, that's not in the truth, they're gonna be in those situations, and them situations are gonna overtake them. But us, through the Spirit, well, when we be the elect, those situations, the Lord's gonna find a way to escape. It's just embracing the fact that we don't know how, but we know that it's gonna happen. And it could be some wild stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it's gonna be some crazy stuff. You'd be like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's all gonna have you glorify the name of Bahasham.
Yeah.
Because what's the first thing you gonna say when you get out of trouble? Call Allah Yahawah.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, the Lord's gonna magnify his name.
Hey, you got the bird just scoping right here, Larry. It's a phrase. I will strengthen thee, and it's H55:3, and it's Mataza, and it's to be strong, alert, courageous.
Oh, you said that earlier. You said courage, going into courage. So
yeah.
He said he was going to strengthen us. So
right.
Part of being strengthened is he's going to up our courage.
Yeah. And out of fear comes out of courage comes out of fear.
Yeah.
You know, the elder from out there, Boston, always goes into that, and that's a beautiful point. You know, because like yesterday we spoke on different levels of fear.
Yeah.
To where shit, the motherfucker pass out, he dies. You know, and through the spirit, you know, again, it's gonna be the flesh that's checking up, but the spirit is strong.
That's right.
It says brave, stout, bold, solid, hard.
Hey, your foundation gonna be on that rock, right?
Mm-hmm, right. That's right. It says, hold on, check this out. In the Strong's definition, it says, physically or mentally encourage. Confirm, be courageous, of good courage, steadfastly minded, strong, stronger.
Ain't there a scripture that say, "Be of good cheer"?
Be of good cheer.
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I think. Let me see.
I think it's in the Apocrypha.
Cheer. I thought that was a goat. It was a little kid. Oh yeah, let me see. Is this one? It just says, "Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel." Let me read up a little bit.
Shalom says Yahawashi Mashabrakata.
Shalom. Yahawashi Mashabrakata. It says, turn near Jacob and take hold of it. It's going into the commandments.
I thought it was another one somewhere, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then it gave me also. Yeah.
I think it's like be of good cheer, ye that wait upon the Lord, something to that nature.
Because Oh, but there's John, St. John 16:33. It says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye have tribulation. Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world."
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'll read it again. This is St. John 16:33. "These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation." Yeah, we go through it. It says, "But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world."
Yeah, that's right. So be of good cheer because we're going to overcome through the blood of the Lamb.
That's right.
So read that one more time.
Yeah, got you. St. John 16:33. "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace."
Yeah. In Yahawashi, we got peace. And that's a part of us going into these times is having that stability and peace of mind.
That's right. "In the world ye shall have tribulation."
In the world, ye shall have tribulation. And it's like, oh, on a leash. But in the world, you're going to have tribulation, but through the Spirit, okay, you know, hey, we're going to be able to overcome through the blood of the Lamb.
That's right. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
That's right. And that's what we're Lord willing, through the blood of the Lamb. Okay? Through the Spirit and power of Bahasham. I told you that in Revelations. And they overcame through the blood of the Lamb. But we got to be of good cheer. We got to have that mind state. Because it's going to be the Lord that ultimately sees us through everything.
Yeah. I think this is the one you're talking about. This one.
Oh, yeah. That one too. Yep.
This is Baruch 4 and verse 21. It says, "Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and he will deliver you from the power and the hand of the enemies."
That's right. He will deliver you from the power and the hands of the enemy. So cry unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and be of good cheer. Okay? And that's what's good. Hey, when these times come, like we did that lesson, those that love his appearing.
Right.
So we know that the appearing of the Lord is getting close by way of the things that are happening upon the earth.
Yeah.
Using the scriptures as to measure these prophecies. Okay, I'm gonna continue in this. It says back to Isaiah 41 and 11. "Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They
Right.
shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish."
Yeah, hey, it said we go Baruch 4:21 told us that we gonna get delivered from the hands of our enemies, those that speak up against the man of the Lord for speaking in righteousness, those that falsely accuse the man of the Lord, right? Hey, cause what, man, they're coming up against us.
Yeah.
And what is our offense? What is our trespass that we have committed? Nothing but speaking the words of the Bible, man.
That's right.
And in the eyes of the world, that's condemnable. But in the eyes of who it truly matters, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, hey, that's an upright thing to do.
That's right. And it says, "Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee, shall be as nothing and as the thing of naught."
Right? Hey, where they at? Shit, man. Where the opponents at?
Right.
The Lord's gonna do away with them, man. In a terrible fashion. And that's what we're waiting for, man. We want to see the downfall of our enemies, starting with Esau, Edom, and of course 2/3 as well. Cause shit, hey, that's he's right there. They're buddy, man. That's his Frankenstein creation.
That's right. It says, "For I, Yahawah, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee."
Oh yeah, hey, and for the most part, people are right-handed. That's our power hand. Hey, the Heavenly Father, man, he's going help us out, man. He's going to strengthen us.
That's right. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahawah, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel."
Yeah, hey, because these are encouraging words. spoken in the scriptures, man.
That's right. And that's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need help. You're a fool if you think. Like, you got other camps that think that these guns that Esau gives you is gonna help you in a time of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, you might off a couple people trying to get in your house or whatever the case may be. But when the Lord lets this double really fully come down, I was just on social media, and I had a news post saying that they got robots that are actually roaming around in China now.
Oh yeah, I seen some shit like that.
You seen that shit? So whatever goes on over there, guess what? It's gonna come over here.
Mm-hmm.
You think this devil don't got specific things that he wants? And they show you on that movie Code 8. I'm gonna keep bringing that out. They had the little robot dogs roaming around catching criminal casualties.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think gonna be over here? This double is going totally AI. That's why Elon Musk is on the team. That's why he on the squad.
Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, in
No,
China they have like mind reading technology they used on the like the politicians, you know, the governors or whatever, like offices they have, to see if if they're going against the communist party, man. The thought crimes like in the movies. I got one.
Okay.
If you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, this is Isaiah 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is his treasure."
Yep. In the beginning of what is it? Fear is the beginning of wisdom of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So through the Spirit, how we in this truth, and you know, we got the guide, the men that guide us, which is the apostles, and also too, you know, Yahawashi is opening up our minds and supping with us, all right, and doing specific things, all right, to let us know that everything is gonna be all right when these times come. All right, a lot of divine brothers see a lot of divine interventive things, chariots, angels in human form coming down to visit brothers. You know, just a lot of things. Oh, signs. You be seeing the 144 all the time.
Right,
brothers
right.
be seeing when we be driving. You know what I'm saying? Birds watching, you know.
yeah, taking notes.
Just you know, just mad spiritual signs that, you know, that Yahawashi is going to look us out. Okay, and that we could possibly, hopefully be the elect. Oh, even the doctrine.
Mm.
You know, the untainted doctrine. Because it's a lot of guys out here that don't got the 100% truth. So you should be glad through the Spirit that you got that. You got anything else?
No, that was it.
Job 5,
Job
and 18, and we can get off of that.
Job 5. Okay. This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 18. And it reads, "For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole."
Yep. Hey, and we were wounded. Okay, but he made us back whole. How? We got the truth.
Oh yeah.
You know? Hey, it's the Lord that does these things, but he's binding us back up together, tabernacle of David.
Oh yeah.
Okay, he's healed us through the blood of Yahawashi. What did Yahawashi say? Lest they heal and be converted. So the Lord, all these jakes out here that don't have Yahawah, why Yahawashi, they're not healed. And if they don't have the truth, you know, the healing part is being able to be back converted to being who you are, from being Americanized, like you was telling old boy yesterday, or being in that American mind state. That's a Gentile mind state.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a Hellenized mind state. But when you come into the truth, you're healed from that, and you convert back to who you are. And we're the only ones. Israel is the only ones that can convert back to Israel.
Yeah.
Ain't no gook that can come amongst the camps and I want to do this. Can I do this with you? Ain't none of that shit.
Verse 19. "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee."
Yes, 6 troubles he's going to deliver us in 7, which 7 just represents completion. Okay, shall no trouble touch thee. So when you find yourself in these situations, you brothers out there, you few sincere sisters, You know, pray to the Lord, pray to Yahawashi. He'll make a way.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yesterday I was gonna bring this out, going into the 20th. Job 5:20, it says, "In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword."
Yeah, from famine, he's gonna redeem us from death, which he said, "My servant shall eat."
Yeah.
From war, you gotta have civil unrest out here. It's gonna be a full scale war out here. You know, people, the have-nots taken from the ones that have. Okay, it's gonna be crazy out here.
Verse 21, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh."
That's right. Neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Okay, and we're not afraid of the tongue of the sword. Of the sword of the tongue.
Verse 22 says, "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh."
At destruction, how you gonna laugh at destruction and famine?
Yeah.
But we gonna laugh.
"Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth."
Yeah, we got a beast of the earth behind us.
Right, yeah.
That's spiritual.
It says, "Or thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field."
Hold on, I gotta get that because that's mad spiritual. There's somebody's dog right here.
Big chillin'.
Off the leash and big chilling. You should be. Read that again.
Yeah, it says. It's funny, right on point. Verse Job 5:22. "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth."
And you see the dog ain't got no leash on or anything. You know what I'm saying? He just came out with the spirit. And you know, brothers ain't tripping.
Right.
Oh, he ain't fucking, you know how Jake be when them dogs be out fucking getting
Does he bite?
Does he bite it, hopping over fences and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But through the spirit, hey, the Lord got us.
Yeah, I remember Elder Mamatazak and the camp, they were like at a park.
Oh,
You remember that? At the beginning of the lockdown. And them big ass, he said, they described as big ass German shepherds. Or big ass dogs, you know, camp coming at them, you know, and you heard it in the background.
Yeah.
Boo, boo, boo. And then they said that, you know, it was like they got, oh yeah, you know, you heard them cry, right? And they described it as like, you know, maybe like an angel smacked them.
Yeah.
You know, to protect the brothers, man, and they were just chilling.
Yeah.
You know. Hey man, that was a beautiful day, man. Verse Job 5 and verse 23, it says, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee."
And that's what it is.
That's right.
Like I said, that's mad spiritual. You know what I'm saying? The dog came out, the other one came out too. Just walked behind us, left us alone. You know, it's the spirit of the Lord ultimately.
Yeah, that's right. "And thou shalt," and verse 24, "and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin."
Yeah, that's it. And that's what we know. We know our habitation. It's like, yeah, my allergies. It's that springtime. But you know, our habitation's in peace, right? Because we not moved how other people are moved out here. We move off the fear of the Lord, which is the reason why we do the work. You know, but you know, that's pretty much all I had. If you have nothing.
I think you mentioned something. Like, if I can find it, I don't figure what the. I don't know if it's in my pocketbook. Oh, here it is.
You could break it down.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 8 and verse 12. It says I gotta look it up. It says, "Say not a confederacy to all those to whom this people shall say a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid." Right? Because we don't fear what you know Jake fears. They fear the rejection of the people. You know, they fear, you know, carnal things. Well, I mean, we feel carnal things too, but I should say, you know, basically we fear the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You know.
Oh, you can walk through. It's facing this way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's facing. See, it's facing this way.
You know, we fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. It's not it's a healthy fear that keeps us in line, keeps us in check
That's right.
with Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Man, reverence I always mention, right? And that's why we the people they don't fear God, you know, because it's their God is an all loving God. You know, they fear Satan.
Yeah.
Oh, the devil did this, you know, and this and that. Hey, well, shit, man. You know, you're totally wrong.
Yep. And they trust in the presidents.
Mm.
You know, they trust in. That's why a lot of people took that goddamn that jab
Yeah.
because they trust in oppression, and they fear the govt. You know. But that's
Yeah.
much it. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakwadash,
Rakata Yahawah,
Rakata Yahawah,
Rakata Yahawashi.
Rakata Yahawashi.
Double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who will wear the ties of truth. Again, peace, love, and blessed salutations to the Bahasham Dawadah House of David. To you few sincere sisters that watch also. Shalom. Till next time, Lord willing, this is edifying.
Shalom.